that shook the entire sports world. And now sports fans are getting a glimpse into the untold stories of the infamous football team at Bishop Sycamore High School.
How this happens got a lot of people scratching their head. Bishop Sycamore is not even a real high school.
They did not have teachers.
We really was pretty much on our own.
We didn't have any trainers. People were sharing helmets.
It was disgusting. I was literally sick to my stomach.
I can't believe this happened again.
Well, that was a look at the new HBO Max documentary, BS High. And if you don't remember, nearly 2 years ago, almost to the day, fans watched the debacle that was Bishop Sycamore High School's football team on national television.
Yeah, so the alleged Ohio team squared off against the mighty IMG Academy live on ESPN. This blowout caused fans and audiences alike to question the legitimacy of the program and the activities of now fired head coach Roy Johnson. A state investigation revealed the high school was a scam.
Was a scam indeed. One person featured in the documentary is Bronx native and running back for the University of Louisville Cardinals, Mario Agyen. He joins us now. Welcome to New York Living, Mario.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
We're great, and we're so glad that you're here to tell us about your experience. Before we get into the film, you are wearing a jersey, proudly brandishing your school. How's preseason going?
Preseason is amazing. It's a grind. I'm just happy and blessed to be here, you know, through all the trials and tribulations I've been through, and I just thank God for where I'm at now.
Well, we're glad that despite what happened, you continue with your football career. So
to rise above and
congratulations,
power through it. Now we we got to get down to the business at this point. You are featured in the documentary that we just showed a little clip of. What can you share with us additionally? We understand obviously at this point that Bishop was a non-existent school. So what do you have to say to us?
I would say the documentary is exciting, man. It's gonna have you on your edge of your seat, and it's just crazy, like, to see the inside of Bishop Sycamore and exactly what we went through, and just how crazy the whole situation was.
Okay, so walk us through this. You're originally from the Bronx, yes?
Yes.
And in your mind, you were going to a prep school in Ohio that would help you reach your goal of playing D1 football. Is that correct?
Yes.
Instead, you were at a school that would eventually rename itself Bishop Sycamore. Talk to us about how you went from, I'm going to go to this prep school. In the middle of that experience, the prep school changes names, and yet you're still playing football. Walk us through that process, if you could.
And what's going on in your mind at that point?
So at first, the school was named Christian of Faith, and they changed it to Bishop Sycamore. I wanted to go to a prep school to get a better opportunity at my dreams of playing Division I football. Because, like, I mean, growing up in the Bronx, there's really no opportunities.
Sure.
It's really hard to make it out. You know, kids don't have that much support. So I seen it as an opportunity for me. And, you know, I seen the travel schedule. We playing IMG teams across the country. So it was like, it was a goal automatically. But I'm going to find out it was not what it was seen.
And by the way, it's a goal for so many young men who want to play football, regardless of where you come from. But we understand that this idea of, you know, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed.
And creating a better situation for yourself. So loud and clear. Another frightening part to us, and we discussed this earlier when we were getting ready to do the show, is that none of you guys had trainers. And we even saw in the clip, they say at one point that you guys shared helmets. So at what point, if at all, did you say to yourself, to your teammates, to the coach or whoever, your family, something's not right? Or when did it kind of start getting fishy to you?
I noticed it started getting fishy when coaches were having arguments about not getting paid, when kids started like after games, and they had to just go to an emergency room. There was no like athletic trainers, no staff to take care of kids like injuries and whatnot. So it was very dangerous. And
my gosh, the last thing you want to hear your coach say is 50 burpees, but you know that that's part of training. You really don't want to hear your coach say, I didn't get paid this week. I mean, that's adult.
You're like, what?
That's adult conversation.
Yeah.
So at what point, are you having conversations with your players? Are you talking to teachers in the school? At what point did you realize this is a scam? I am not where I thought I'm supposed to be. And then what did you do?
First of all, we wasn't even in school. There was no like school building. We was told that we would have classes online, and that would start September 1st. That never happened. Our so-called school building was a library that we went to one time and never came back there. So it was. I started figuring out like I would say like around the fourth game when everything just started going downhill. You know, players was having fights. A lot of kids was asking why we not in school, and I just started seeing stuff spiral down.
And
Rightfully so. No, sorry, Mario. I wonder because we obviously you said earlier you're from the Bronx. You just wanted to do whatever you could to live out your dream. Was it one of those things? I mean, obviously hindsight, as they say, is 2020.
Sure.
But was it one of those things where, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, but you wanted so badly, you wanted this thing so badly that you just kind of saying whatever, brushing under the rug, and then it just kind of came to a head, and there was nothing left to do but kind of
stay.
accept or what was the process for you there?
I knew that it was a scam, and I knew things were going wrong. In my head, I was just thinking, let me just gather some film so I could send out to certain schools and just kind of use this as a gateway to get me into like a junior college to help me get to where I want to get to. But I knew everything was horrible.
wow.
The living conditions, everything was horrible.
Well, the good news is you've landed somewhere.
Yeah.
Where are
pretty
do you keep in touch with any of your players from that team?
Yeah, I would say a couple of them. That's from the Bronx, really.
And what kind of conversations are you having around that experience at BS High?
I mean, at first, we never thought like that it would be something like this. We just thought of like, man, we just wasn't in school. We were just playing football. But now we're a little bit older. We noticed like how messed up and corrupt that whole situation was, and it's sad that we had to go through that, and because it messed up a lot of kids' lives. And I just thank God that I'm still chasing my dream and still going and still pushing through all the obstacles I faced and challenges I had to go through.
Wow. And keep doing just that, Mario. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck this season. Go Cardinals.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
BS High, by the way, folks, streams tonight on Max. I will be watching this. Maybe not tonight, but this weekend.
Good for him.